Card condition checking. Very important if you buy and sell single cards. Very important if you just want to know the conditions of your cards in general. And maybe you're a collector that doesn't mind having a little bit of light played and played cards, so they're fine with conditions being a little bit off. But if you're a collector, some people like really mint cards, some people are happy with near mint, some people are happy with like off-centered, maybe perfect back. Some people like really like the fronts to be perfect, or they don't mind a little bit of edge around the back. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all these cards. I'm going to condition check them just like I normally would in my buying and selling journey for my single card store. And you're going to get an idea of what I think played, near mint, and damaged cards are. I don't really use anything more than those three because it's just a little bit confusing, because most people, damage to me, I grade a lot of cards. So damage I think is like PSA 1 to 4. Played is like 3 to 7. I know PSA 7 says near mint, but I'm sometimes thinking that's a little bit played sometimes. And then my near mint is basically like 7 to 10. And I know that seems weird because there's like overlap. So why would you have damage as 1 to 4? Because sometimes a played card can just have like a few things wrong with it that probably would knock it down from like the 3 to 4 area. And obviously with the near mint cards, you know, you can have a card 9 and 10 like condition and a card in 7 condition. It can still be classified as near mint because maybe it's a bit off centered. Maybe it's got a tiny bit of edge wear, but stuff like that. So most of these cards more than likely will be played because they're very old, but we'll get into them. Before we start, before you do any sort of condition checking, here's what I recommend. Getting yourself a binder, getting a blank background. I use my side loader and top loader binder. I'm going to use this for this video. I'm going to put these cards on this nice little black thing, because when you're looking at the cards, you know, if I'm trying to show them with all this colorful on the back and I'm trying to show them with all this like black, it's much better. So I think you should do it too when you're condition checking cards. Use a black background, because you really look at this. Just in the camera, even right now, I can see like so much edge wear. And you put it out here, and it's like, well, you know the edge wear there because you've seen it, but you know it's much easier to see when you put it on the black background. So that's my one little tip for this video. So let's go in 1, 2, 3, zoom. If you recognize these cards, they are from the big, you know, vintage old mail day that I did. But I didn't really have a chance in that video to go deep into all the cards and show you the conditions. So if you're happy with this, I think this is a pretty good setup we've got here. I got my lights. I think I'm just going to turn off my other light. There we go. This is going to be a long video, people. Strap yourselves in. Keep your eyes peeled to the screen. If you really don't care, just listen to me ramble. Put it in the background. It's not a big deal. We're going to go here. I'm going to make multiple piles off to the side. And with me doing that, we'll be able to see when I finish up. Let me move some stuff. I need a bigger desk. Can someone sponsor me and buy me a bigger desk? Maybe buy me a bigger house, maybe. My current house only has 2 bedrooms. I think 3 would be better. 5 would be better. Give me a 10-bedroom house. That'd be nice. So, well, there we go. This card right here, obviously, I'm not going to go into all of it, you know. I am probably going to get into the zone for this video. Get into the crazy zone. And what I mean by that is, I won't talk as much. I'll just be like, yeah, that's played. I'll look at it. I won't look over every single card because my throat is a little bit sore. And before we start, let's get some water. 1, 2, 3, water break. So let's go. Super one take. Oh, start off with the Misties from Jim Heroes. Awesome card. All these old back cards are they're just so nice. They're just so nice. Wow. I actually think I prefer the light. So this card right here, got some obvious scuffings. It's very dirty. This is damaged. I think once you get to the point where the card starts being damaged, like dirty, that's damaged. That's just put these here so we know what's coming up next. Like played basically means played. The card has been played with, most likely unsleeved, and someone's just played with it, scratched it around, beat it up a little bit, and that's fine. So this card here, big crease right here, instantly. You know, if it just had this crease and the rest of the card was fine, didn't have all this edge wear up and down here and all these scratches, this would definitely be a played card, but because it has all the conditions, that is damaged. So we are 2 for damage. So I'm going to just suspect that most of these, at least Gen 1 sort of cards, are going to be damaged. Yeah, damage on the Dragonite. Zeus Mewtwo. It still has its gloss on the back. It's quite nice. You see the difference. Maybe you can't see it, but this is so dirty on the back. It's kind of lost its gloss and shine. But this one still here has a nice amount of gloss on it. So this one would not hit the damage. This would be a played Mewtwo that you could buy. You know, the front is quite nice. It's very little scratching all through this middle. Got a nice swell at the top. Wow. This new camera is just amazing with the way it makes everything look. There we go. This is a played Mewtwo. Damage played. And at the end, we'll go through how many cards I think are near mint, played, and damaged. So obviously this Dragonite here, big crease to the bottom. Got the Mewtwo base. Maybe we can find some more Holo Bleeds. That'd be awesome. Another Mewtwo. This one's really close. This is like a very fine line between played and damaged. Bit of creasing down the bottom. Overall, the front of this card is still very appealing. That's all it really is at the end of the day. The eye appeal of the card. Does it still look good? Is it still nice to like look at and hold? This one is very nice. This one would definitely be. We got 2 played Mewtwo's for the stack. So this Dragonite, it's gone, mate. It's bloody gone. So we got another damaged Dragonite. Wow, this card, you can instantly feel it with cards. Like, I don't know. How can I? So I'm gonna do this up to the camera, and you're gonna understand how that sounds. Like, I hope that doesn't sound bad. That's like ASMR. So this is me rubbing my finger on it. It's not very good. This card, I can instantly tell this card's like basically near mint. Oh my god, I can't pick it up. Here's a little trick for picking cards up. You got the sleeve. You know, if I knew this card was like super gem, you just like kind of like push down a little bit. You can slide the card underneath. But wow, this is such a nice card. Light Dragonite. I love this card. But yeah. Oh, the back is so bad, but the front is so clean. That's just how it is. The front of this card is just like immaculate. But let me just... You hear that? And then the back is like quite bad. But the front of the card... Oh, you can just... The moment you pick it up and touch it, like your finger just glides off it. That's just another thing I get when I find a card. I'm not going to sleeve this. What am I doing? So this is played. That is damaged. So we're on to the Dark Dragonite again. That is damaged. And this is the realistic expectation when you're buying these old collections. Majority of this stuff is going to be damaged. I just know it's going to happen, so I'm not mad. But I'm happy to sell damaged cards, because it means someone can get a cool card and a cool artwork at a pretty good price. Yeah, this Mewtwo's pushing it. It's very dirty on the back. The front is quite nice, but unfortunately, however this was kept was no good. So that is in our damage stack. Oh, this Dark Dragonite's up there. I'm very happy when I see a played card, to be honest, because it's not damaged. So, awesome swirl on this one. It was whistled then. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. This is very nice. No, the back's not super clean, but bit of edge wear here and there. In a photo that's bad, this would probably look like near mint. Up close, bit of scratches here and there, but yeah, this is good. It's got a little bit of a light indentation up here. Indentation, is that even a word? Indent, I guess. But this card is played. Pretty happy. This one immediately I can tell that it's rough. Yeah, the card's kind of pulling up on the lip here. You see that? So this is a damaged one. Got the Light Dragonite. See a scratch on the surface there. A lot of people mainly only care about surface when it comes to played cards. You can't really sell a played card that's like super scratched up and destroyed on the surface. But, oh, this one's not too bad. Bit of edge flip there. Edge flip on the bottom. Cards overall in pretty good shape. No major bends. That's played. Not too bad. Wow, these look so beautiful in person. Look at this big hollow bubble. Oh, that's a damaged Mew. Fossil Ditto. That one is played. I'll just put my stacks to the right here. Oh, don't slide on me. Come on. That's damaged. This is really bad. Another Fossil Ditto. Very damaged. Oh my god, look at this bad boy. I hope it's 10 minutes. We can start putting out some secrets. You know, the people that ask me, where's my source? Where's this? Where's that? Where do you get all these crazy cards? You know, it's not the average person that asks me. It's not like the people that have been watching me for a while now, and they understand like the grind. They understand the actual like, this Lapras is so bad. They understand like all the pieces that go into it, and you can't. No one sells cards for cheap. It doesn't exist. Maybe a long time ago. Maybe you can go to a garage sale. I'm buying Japanese cards. I'm usually buying them overseas. I only have access to the internet. I'm on the same playing field as everyone else. So it's just, you know, I'm buying stuff and they're like, where's your source? And it's like, if you saw this, you wouldn't buy this. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, look how damaged this fucking cards. Let's go. Meganium. Oh, this one's bad. Oh, baby. I'm still overall really happy with the purchase. Oh, this one's not too bad. I mean, it's got a dent, but this is definitely just played. It's not too bad. And I think a lot of people buy from my single store, and they're very happy with the conditions. Yeah, this Jolteon I'm going to put is damaged. It's not good. I could just feel it. You just feel it in the card. Oh, actually, a lot of people are happy to buy from the single store and the Kimmy's cards. Sorry, just a water break there. They're very happy to buy from it. Leave feedback, send a message, and they're always like, wow, the conditions are so much better than I thought. You put it as played and whatever. It's like, you know, I think it's always good to under-deliver. Over-deliver? Under-deliver? Whatever way that benefits the way I'm saying things. You'll put that as played. So if I mark a card that's like basically near mint with a little bit things wrong with it, and I put it as played and someone buys it, they're going to be super happy. I mean, that's all you're trying to do. You're trying to make people who buy if you're happy. This card has like card coming off. Some sort of stain. Maybe someone got too happy. That one's gone. Played. Oh, this flare round's quite nice. Yep. Just lightly played, but the reason why I only do 2 condition or 3 condition descriptions is it's just too much. I can't have light played, heavy played, damaged, destroyed, near mint, gem mint with centering. Like, I don't know. It's just too hard. This Vaporeon's gone. You know, back in the day, I used to do a lot of singles. I would sell up to 500 cards a week, and you know that was crazy. I loved that. That's probably my favorite point in like Pokemon buying and selling, because like every dollar was so crucial. You know, I don't want to say like if I would be doing these normally, by the way, I would be like flying through them because I generally have an idea of like what to look for, like really easy. I don't usually go across them like this. This is more of stuff I do when I'm doing grading submissions. But oh, this one, yeah, that's damaged. Like usually, I'll get back to the single card story. Usually I would just like thumb through them like this, and I would just be able to tell like damaged, 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 damaged. Or like with cards from like other eras, I'd be like, okay, that's played, played, played. I would just get out all the obvious outliers super fast so I don't waste my time. Because that's all this is. You're trying to like optimize every process to make the time go as fast as possible. But for me, obviously, I'm not doing this right now because I'm recording a video. But maybe one video benefits one person. And that is worth it to me because I can save you time. So I might not save my own time, but overall time saved between you and me is greater. And that's not too bad. I can't do that all the time, obviously, but now I got the hiccups. That's great. 14 minutes in, we got the hiccups. So these are all the cards I just quickly picked out for like damage, because it was just like super obvious. Oh, look at this. It's got Fable. It's so dark. Look at that. That's awesome. I love the color variants, but yeah, you can see here all these cards, significant signs of wear on the corners, or like just overall just bleh, bleh, bleh. So there's damage. That's what I would usually do, but I'm not going to do that for this. Maybe as we get into like 30, 40, 50 minutes. So yeah, back in the day, oh, let me get a little bit more comfortable. Back in the day with the single store, that was my favorite. That was when like every dollar was like amazing. You know, I would get a sale, $1 plus 1 shipping. And man, $1 card plus $1 shipping. You know, after fees, you got 20 cents in fees. We got, you know, they pay $1 for the shipping. So that's $1.20 down in fees and shipping, 30 cents for the listing fee. That one was damaged. This one's played. 30 cents for listing fees. So we're down to $1.50 in like listing fees. And oh, this card's actually not too bad. This card actually, this might be near mint. Oh no, there's a little bit of something there, like ink or something. Stuff that shouldn't be there on the card. Can't rub it off. That's played. Yeah, so I sold $1 singles. I've sold thousands, tens of thousands of them. And you sell one at the end of the day, after like all the fees on eBay, you're down to you're down to 47 cents or something. And then obviously you have to pay for the card. So whatever the card costs you, 5 to 10 cents on those like cheaper cards. And then you have to pay for your envelope, you know. You're down to like 20 to 30 cents profit on that kind of stuff. And you know, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. I think everyone should try and do that. This card's like hollow shifted. You can see on the left here. It's very minor, but I'm going to put that to the side. You see on this, the face of the Nidoqueen, right here, it's like coming out, and this one is like staying. That's quite cool, to be honest. I have a friend who likes these minor hollow shifts, so I'm going to keep this to the side for him and send that to him. Oh, wow, the saturation on this Nidoking is amazing. And the damage on it is amazing as well. There's a played card. Oh, it's another Nidoqueen that's like almost the same. See the difference? That's crazy. Was it in this one? Not as much as that one, though. How's this look? One's played. These two are damaged. So yeah, I sold the singles, and you know I was only making 30 cents. But you know, someone would buy 2 singles, and then I would make like $1.20. Someone if they paid me $3, you know, because like I wouldn't have to pay the insertion fee again or something like that on the order. If they bought 2 cards at once, I wouldn't have to pay 30 cents twice. So I'd make an extra 30 cents from that, and all these other things, and I would the profit would get up there. It would combine the shipping, but it would get to the point, and then I'd sell like 5 to 10 singles, and I would start to make $5, $6. And back then, the rate of my job, I was working 40 hours a week, and I was getting paid like $20 an hour, and it wasn't too bad. I think everyone should do it. Eventually, get yourself into a position. I will help you. Obviously, I'm going to make all the videos possible to set up like I'm just gonna find all the damaged ones, like the super damaged ones, real quick, so I'm not wasting my time. As much as I'd love this video to go for 7 hours, it's crazy. My throat is going to die, and the content is not going to be watchable, and I might even fall asleep. So let me get all the easy damage ones out real quick. So I think everyone should start an eBay store. Everyone should learn to sell, be a part of the ecosystem. People that have been selling stuff since man was made. All we do now is have like a universal currency, basically, and very easy ways to trade currencies between countries that you can pretty much buy and sell worldwide, and it's quite nice. So these are all these damaged cards. Oh, look at this clawed out Articuno. Kids are so funny. I don't know if that's hollow bleed or just straight up damage. Oh, Sabrina's Gengar, it's a nice one. It's banned because it has like a cross in this, doesn't it? Yeah, you can see the little... They don't have this in English. They got rid of these graveyard things. Oh, I can hear rain. That's amazing. Hasn't rained in a while. Wow, even played. These cards look so nice. Or damaged, I guess. Another one. Yeah, so I'll help you. I'll help you with your stores. I'll help you with everything. It's kind of what I'm here for. You know, just ask me any questions you really feel. Message me. If you're 19 minutes in this video, you do deserve help from me. And, you know, I'm not saying, like, I'm a god or anything, and I'm like, you know, you have to, like, beg me for advice or whatever, but yeah, just send me a kind message on Instagram. I'll give you the best messages I can. Every morning I wake up. It's starting to get... I'm not going to say it's like... This card's basically near mint. Like, it's clean. Is this our first near mint holo of the whole stack? This has to be near mint. Wow. Near mint Fossil Hypno. I mean, we got one. Not too bad. Yeah, nice. Amazing. So, Yeah, every morning I wake up. This is basic routine. I wake up, get on my phone, check all my emails, anything immediate, make sure I deal with it. Then I go on Instagram, check anything, make sure no customers want anything or any offers or anything like that. I go on eBay, check all my messages. This is usually I'm still in bed, or I'm either just like get up and go on my computer, get like a glass of water or something like that. So first thing is like social media. I will do a video on my schedule so you can have an idea of like what I do and what it looks like, but this Hypno is really not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad at all. In the played section. Sometimes I second guess myself, and it's not too bad to do that. You're just like making sure you're getting it right. But yeah, I message all my socials, so, and I check them all, check all the messages. I think this morning when I got up, like 19 Instagram messages, and I stay up quite late. I stay up like 2 or 3 a.m. So I make sure I clear them out before I go to sleep too. And I got 19 messages. You know, a lot of very like, some of them are just quick short messages, and then like 4 or 5 of them like business messages, but the rest of them are you guys. That's completely fine. I think it's awesome that I managed to start this YouTube video. You know, people managed to actually watch them somehow. I don't know why people would ever watch me, but it's eventually happening, and I got monetized on YouTube. It's not much. I'll say it's like, it might be a lot to some people. Which I think saying not much is kind of stupid of me, but in the grand scheme of my own things, the way I dedicate my time, I'm roughly getting like $8 to $12 a day from YouTube. And it does feel good as like sort of like a thing that I can do. It helps people, and I get a little bit back from it. And I'm happy. $8 to $12 a day. All this. Like 1.5, 2 hours a day. $8 to $12. That $8 to $12 I get from them, it feels really nice, to be honest. It brings me back to like back in the day where I would just grind it out, my $1 singles. And it just felt good whenever I sold one. And that's how it kind of feels like with this. It feels good whenever I finish up a video. It feels really great whenever I post it. It's pretty cool when I get some interaction or someone says I helped them in some way. So it does feel pretty good. But yeah, I don't mind. I just wake up. It's the first thing I do. Throughout the day, if I see a message there, I'll pop it up and I'll answer it real quick, help you out. Because there's some people say like, I'm so busy. I've heard many people on YouTube like, the YouTube just doesn't pay. The YouTube just doesn't pay. It's like, well, you're not a very big YouTuber. Why would it pay you? You know, just like with me, I feel like I'm just starting YouTube. Even though I've had the channel for like, ooh, is this a near mid Vaporeon? This might be. Wow, that's beautiful. My first card ever. Out of the Jungle Theme deck English. 2 near mid cards so far. It actually doesn't have any significant signs of damage. Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, that was damaged. Yeah, like I feel like I'm just starting to take it seriously, just starting to, I have to crack my knuckles. I'm dying out here. Sorry if this annoys you. Oh, there we go. Love Fossil Ditto. So good. But yeah, I feel like I've just started. We're almost like 4 months in. I've been posting as many videos as I humanly possibly can. I think there might be a time if I'm coming up with like constant ideas and stuff like that, I'll probably still stick to 1 a day, but dedicate more time to editing. Editing takes a long time. But yeah, just like starting your own eBay store, starting off, nothing good comes easy. Takes a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort. End of this year, I'll probably have like 500 videos posted in 1 year. And, you know, wherever we're at the end of this year. I thought I'd get to 2,000 subscribers this year. That was kind of my goal. I think I started the year with around 1,200, 1,100. Just having, this is like an error little ink bubble here. It's pretty neat. It's not really like an error, I guess. Some people say that's an error, but whatever they want to do. But yeah, I'm 1,900 something, almost 2,000. Blows my mind. Blows my bloody mind. Wow. So many old back cards. It's kind of good that I went away from these a while and I've like kind of gone back to them and started like my newfound love for the old cards again, even though that doesn't come close to the modern cards. It's It's really nice. Come back and see all the original artworks and the original artist and everything shine. Oh, that one's damaged. That one's played. So if you're wondering the difference between those, why I put them, this one here has a binder dent. Played cards can have a little bit of a binder dent. It's not that bad. This one has a binder dent, but it's quite severe. You know, this one just a little bit, but this one goes in that extra little bit. Super damaged, plus it's got some damage at the top here and like way more scratches. The fronts on both of these are perfectly fine. Which is kind of weird. I don't even know how damage like this happens, but yeah, that one would be in a damaged. This one would be in played. They're pretty close in condition, but just to me, like this one would go into the damage. It's got 1, 2, 3 binder dents. It's no good. Oh, that one's bad. Oh, that one's bad. So this is how what it looks like. This is like the actual grind of like running a card store. I mean, you got to do all this stuff. It's not passive. You know, a lot of people think running an eBay store is passive income. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a lot of... It depends on the business model that you have, I guess. Some people, they just sell like a few cards and they just go for really high margin stuff. Perfectly fine doing that. In my opinion, doing as much volume as possible is the best for everyone. It dips your feet into the water as much as possible, throws your whole body in. Like moving forward, you'll understand it. You can eventually taper off and stop doing it. It's kind of what I did. I did so much volume, heaps of single cards, lots of low things, low figures here and there. These cards are all damaged. I just picked them out real quick. Pretty good ones. Ooh. There we go. But I think going with like doing as much as possible is definitely going to be better for you. Not only does it get you better at shipping, gets you faster at everything, gets you faster at listing. Not that being fast is like the best thing to do, but you just get all around better at every single thing you do. You get faster at checking conditions, you get faster at this, you sell more, you get more problems. Oh, another near mint card. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, this one's so close to being near mint. Wow. This one's close. That's played. I don't want somebody to get upset. I sell them a near mint card. That's bad. But yeah, I think it's really great just to go with volume. It does take time, you know. We're listing 50 to 100 cards a day. We prioritize everything else, like, you know, making sure all our orders are out and like our lives are in order and all these other things. We've been doing it for a long time, but overall, if you just keep going, like you do, I think 50 listings a day is insane, to be honest. I think if you're a normal person and you just have a few cards, you know, you got a whole bunch of like base set commons, they still sell. Don't get me wrong, they look like base set, but they're fine. Even like all the way down to some XY commons and like Diamond and Pearl commons and even Sun and Moon commons. There's some that sell. I think you should really try it out doing the dollar shipped, you know, cards that you don't have much into because it just didn't cost you that much. It's perfectly fine to like, oh, this is so close to near mint. Perfectly fine to do $1 plus shipping cards. It gets you an idea. Even if, because if you're selling cards already, you're going to the post office already, so it's not that bad. And you will find people. The Pokemon market is disgustingly large. Even in today's state of the world where like interest rates are rising and everything's just overall just fucked, to be honest. It's so bad. I really feel for people that like bought their houses and their mortgages going up, or they can't find rents because rent's going up and it's just disgusting the state of the world's in. And the fact that we put ourselves in these places, and you know, it's overall us small little people bad. And, like, you know, I've even felt it. I bought my first place. When was it? November 2021, and I first started my loan, and my rate was, you know, I'm 20. Me and my partner were both 28 years old at the time, so buying our first place at 28-year-olds together doesn't really feel like we were that super ahead or anything. We just bought our first place. 20% deposit. We felt like we're doing everything normal. Our mortgage repayments went from like $500 per week when we started, and now they're like $830 or something. And I can only imagine if someone, and we're very lucky, my partner and I, we have like a little bit extra money coming in every week. So we're very, very lucky, privileged, to be honest, in the position we are in. We are very privileged. And an extra $300 a week just in the mortgage, and then we have everything else, and cost of food, cost of everything all goes up, electricity, all this other stuff. And it's very scary to me. It's just nuts. I think we've seen a general like 500 to 550 a week just in our own personal spendings, just from bills. And I feel that people, I don't really understand, to be honest, how like these trading card markets, and I don't really talk about markets too much, or the e-market, because everyone has an opinion. It's not fucking worth anything. All I do is sell like Japanese cards. I wouldn't have any idea on the Pokemon market, to be honest. English is like 90% of the sales, and Japanese is just like some thing off to the side, basically, for the Western world. I mean, Japanese is really popular in the Japanese world, in Japan and a lot of parts of like Asia and stuff like that. But overall, English is just like, the volume is just nuts, and it really surprises me the state of the world we're in, and everything's just like seemingly getting worse. The past 2 months is like the only 2 months. These 3 were played. They're not damaged. The past 2 months feel like the only 2 months where like rates haven't risen, or things haven't just gotten really bad, or even just worse, I guess. But we're already so bad. So yeah, overall, just a new mint card. I haven't really begin to understand like how we can do this, how we can get to the point that we're in, sell so much volume. I go on like Terapeak.com. That's eBay's like research tool. Just type in Pokemon cards. Have a look. I typed in Pokemon PSA Japanese last 30 days on American eBay. So not on like Facebook sites or Instagram sellers, or just like literally just on eBay, not PWCC, not Heritage, not Golden, not eBay Australia, just literally PSA.com, USA sales. You're looking at like $6.5 million just PSA Japanese. And it's really hard to like comprehend that. And also I can't really type in like PSA Pokemon. I guess I could probably do that, and then subtract the PSA Pokemon Japanese from the PSA Pokemon, and that would give me what the English cards are. But like, you really got to like put that into like perspective. That's just like so much. It's like, even in Australia, we're like 25 million. It's not really correlation, because it's not just Australians buying on eBay. It's more like the sellers from eBay Australia, because I get a lot of international sales, and my sales will pop up in eBay Australia sales. So it's not really super indicative, I guess, of the country where the sales happen, but it's just where the sellers are from. And yeah, I'm like, in eBay Australia, it's like 1.2 million or something, or was it like 500,000 in PSA Japanese Pokemon? And it's just nuts. It's mind blowing, to be honest. These 2 are damaged. Ooh, we're getting there. So yeah, I think if the world was in a better state and Pokemon was this popular, we would see things that I really wish don't happen for a while. I wish they don't happen for a long time. We would see meteoric rises in prices like you would never see before. On the Japanese side, at least. I think maybe on the English side it wouldn't be as much, but you're talking like Japanese out of Pokemon cards. Like the Japanese Pokemon company is out of Pokemon cards to like stock their stores. And that is just wild. Like, how is that happening in this, like 2 years ago, the same thing was happening. So they like promised to like print more stuff. And, it's just crazy. I just, yeah, maybe it is popular because it is hard to get, but they're printing a lot. They're not printing a little amount. They're printing like still hundreds of thousands of Japanese boxes, and it is just getting swallowed completely swallowed up, and it's just crazy. I would like to open some of the new sets, but I'm not going to pay like $150 a box because I know they'll just reprint them. Like, I know what's going to happen. It's not an if, it's just a when. So they're going to reprint them. I'll buy some of the Clayburst and Snow Hazard sets. And then I'll have some fun with it. So if you're looking to buy stuff like that, you just got to wait. I mean, it's Scarlet Violet. They're going to reprint it. Don't feel bad. And if they don't, eventually one of the sets is going to be like worth opening. I know the Iono card being so playable and being full art trainer does make those sets incredibly desirable to open, because some people don't want to pay 200,000 yen for a card, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to pay 200,000 yen for a full art trainer card either. But eventually, it's just one of those is what it is kind of moments. You can't fight it. You can't stop it. You can't change it. No matter how much we cry, scream, bloody murder, etc. That's just how is what it is. But we don't have to participate. You don't have to buy every card. You don't have to get every box set that releases. There's always going to be a new set. If you just want to open the new set, that's perfectly fine, because there will be another new set. I gotta remember, this is the damage pile, and that's the played pile. Sometimes I mess those up. We might stop soon, because this is a lot of cards. I don't want to waste YouTube's bandwidth with all my rattling. So yeah, does it sound like I'm overall like extremely let's use the word bullish? I hate using these like market terminologies for like Pokemon cards, because it's not the same. It's like they're just cards, and they're just whatever collectible assets, whatever people want to call them. But it is it doesn't cease to amaze me. Back in the day, I was absolutely amazed by it. I remember 2015, 2016, 2017. You tell people you sell Pokemon cards, they'd be like, oh, children's card game, children's toys, whatever. And they were just like, I wouldn't say people would make fun of me. I wouldn't really let people make fun of me, but there was definitely a few people that would like poke fun at all like the stuff and things I was trying to do, and the hustling on the side, and the constant, the grind. I would get to work, go home, list cards, work, home, list cards, work. And that's just kind of like was my mindset. I was on the grind. I don't think everyone has to do that. I'm not saying like you are worthless or useless if you don't list single cards, but yeah, it's so we're just going through here. We're just taking all the damage cards out while ranting, because they take a lot of time to like flip through. This is pretty much what I do. I'm finding cards. I just pick out damaged first, go through it again, pick out played, and then whatever like I don't think is that played on first exam, that's when I know I got my near mint cards nice and easily. This is just a way I've kind of like dealing with bulk. I've gone through hundreds of thousands of cards. I wouldn't even be surprised if the amount of cards I've touched is in the millions now, but it's kind of, you gotta find, I'm a one-man wrecking ball. I don't really have hired help, at least not that often. Try to conquer things myself. A card sorting machine would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. I'm in no rush to sell a lot of my items now, so I'm trying to go crazy. That's not too bad. But yeah, I always talk about the markets and bullish, but yeah, I think it's all I'm trying to do, and what I have tried to do for the last 3 years was I'm just trying to get more cards. I could be completely wrong. People could stop buying. It could definitely fall off a cliff. That's whatever. As long as like if I'm the last person buying cards and there's no one else to sell to, I just go back to work somewhere. I had my fun in the sun. I have my collection that I really enjoy. Do I think that's going to happen? Definitely not. That's just extremely like naive and stupid to think that's like a doomsday scenario. And if the world really is that bad where like, the doomsday scenario is going to happen, well, we have better things to worry about. This card has a little love heart in the back. How cute's that? A little love heart there. That's damage. It's been written on. But I think I just want to get as many cards as I possibly can. Yeah, it's greedy, but I've been through the mindsets of like, I don't need that many. I don't need to buy this. I don't want to take these away from other people. But over time you kind of just change your mind, and people just, they do what they want. They buy up heaps, and then you see them reap the rewards in years to come. And I want to be the person who reaps the rewards. I want to be the person that's like, look how much of this I bought. You Nagabaga Pikachu. That's one I'll talk about. They just released the new Eevee box and the new Charizard. Nagabaga. I really don't know how to say it. I just say it like that because I'm an idiot. But oh, these are all the good cards. I remember the good cards from the video. Good card is damaged. Damaged. That card there, I think I have 50 left. I roughly have around 50 PSA 10s left. After the announcement of the new Nagabaga set of the Eevee cards, all Pikachu started selling in Japan. The raw price has doubled. Doesn't, it makes sense to me now that you can collect it as like a mega set. It's something that everyone's going to want to have. If you get the Eevees, you want to go back and grab the Pikachu, but it's just really funny how like that happens. Like the sets come out, everyone goes back. They release something new. It happens quite a lot whenever they release like a new Charizard set. Sometimes all the older Charizards go up a little bit because people remember that he exists or something like that. But out of the last few stacks, we just pulled out all these damaged cards. Kind of crazy. Go through the first few. So you can see here we got the Venusaur base damaged. See Promo Charizard. Blaine's Dark. Blastoise base. Blaine Dark Charizard. Venusaur. Blastoise. Some Venusaurs. Some base set Charizards. Gengar. Dark Blastoise. Ooh, Dragonites. The Holo Bleed. Ditto. Pretty cool. Just sell that as something. Someone will get that and they'll be happy. Someone really messed with this card. Yeah. Just damage on damage on damage on damage. You guys have seen damaged cards for 40 minutes. No one's actually watching the video anymore, so that's pretty good. So I hope that understands, like, when I say, I'm trying to, I never would say outright, like, I'm not trying to make money. Of course I'm trying to make money. What the hell? You have to be stupid to think that, I'm trying to, that card's down. But I'm not trying to, like, make money for outside means just so I can, like, live a better lifestyle. My lifestyle is incredibly boring. Going on my very first, my very first overseas trip. I'm 29. A lot of people, if they have had as much exposure to, like, I guess being to the same point of I am, where you can get like a certain amount of income, maybe they would have wasted it all on trips a long time ago, but I kind of refused. I really like just recycling my money and trying to get more and more. I am greedy in that way, but I want to get as much as possible so I can buy more cards. It's really just like, oh man, I just want so many cards. I want to get, if I could get eBay listings up with like 30 of each of these cards, that would make me so happy. I can have every condition ready to go. People are looking for a card and they come to me. They go on my stores, they buy it, like they go on the PSA cards. Eventually, Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. Sun and Moon's already there, but eventually Sword and Shield is going to be... No. Oh, that was 2 sets ago, Sword and Shield. I remember that. That was amazing. Just like Sun and Moon was, just like X and Y was. Now, I'm not saying that like past performance does not predict the future, but come on. Let's be real here. Eventually, people are going to want it. They're going to be happy paying a little bit more for it. It's a little bit older. Didn't just come out in boxes. People didn't just buy it off the shelf. And the same thing kind of happens again. And the cycle continues. And then Scarlet and Violet becomes the last set. And what happens when Scarlet and Violet comes the last set? Do you see where I'm coming with this? Kind of just like... There's a random Murkrow Dark in there. It's a very nice condition. Politoed. Very few near mint cards in here. I wasn't expecting any, but they have been peering their heads every once in a while. Played. Wow, we're almost at 45 minutes. I'm very sorry for wasting all this time. Hope you enjoyed my ranting. Let's say Gyarados in the comments if you enjoyed the ranting. Oh man, my throat is sore. There we go. Let's get some water down there. Sold one of these today for like $14.99 damaged. These are all pretty played. I wouldn't really put them in the damaged column. Let me double check. I don't want to go back through these because I'm getting kind of sidetracked. I hate rushing things because I'm just happy to do it the right way the first way. I don't want my partner. I condition check so my partner doesn't have to because she has very bad eyesight. That's also why I do it. I probably should have mentioned that before. And you know, it's something I'm really good at and I can do fast. I have taught her how to do it, but overall it works better if she like does the listings and everything like that because she can do them just as well as I can. And it is a great help. It's a little bit more pressure because, you know, she quit her job a while ago. So, we pretty much just like, we pretty much live off what we have and then the buy and selling gets added onto that. She will definitely resume work in the future because not having an outside source of income source for Pokemon's a really bad idea. It can put you in really bad positions and it forces you to sell the cards. I never want to be in a position where I'm forced to sell a card. I'm just always happy to like be in positions where my cards are selling because I want them to sell. Like I just put them at the price I'm happy for them to sell at and they sell. I'm not very happy to sell the cards and just try to dump them, or maybe I have to sell a rare card to like afford something or something like that. That's not what I want to do. So most likely we'll be returning to work, but this card might also be near mint. No, it's not. A little bit of a thing there, just in the top, just a little bit of a thing. What the hell is this? Damaged. Played. Also, when I do these, it's probably a good idea just to start with them upside down, because I just checked the back instantly. So I probably could have mentioned that earlier. I probably could have done that earlier. Oh, it's too late for that now, Steve. Oh, he's going crazy. I promised I'd get through every card, and we will. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Near mint? Near mint? Giovanni Zanuking. Damaged. And she always tells me, Steve, these cards are... This played one looks just as bad as this damaged one. And yeah, that can happen. Every damaged card is also played. So it can definitely happen like that. But there's key differences in most of them. Very subtle. Less scratches, less this, less edge wear. This card's nice. No edge wear. Played. And near mint Misty's Tentacruel. It's pretty cool. Doo-doo-doo. I don't have much more to say, so just like get out of the video and dislike it. Go save some time. Cool looking Muck. I love Muck. He's so funny. There's another Neiman card. 2 in a row? 3 in a row? Nah, this card's rough. Oh. Yeah, it's got a little bit of scratches. And just a Muck. So let's play. They'll be really happy. It's all about making people happy. If you can make a little bit of money and make people happy, give a good price overall. And when I say give a good price, I don't mean like if they message you and they're like, can you match this last sold minus 10% or like market's going down, market's correction. You don't have to sell the cards to anyone for any reason. I get messages like, hey Steve, last sold's like 330 and my cards is for 400. And I say, I'm really sorry, I'm just going to wait for 400. And it pisses them off. I understand how that can piss you off. But it doesn't bother me. I'm not a seller at 330. I'm a seller at 400. I'm happy to wait. I do not need to sell, especially with some of these cards that you're offering me. I can't just go and buy this again in grade 1 and get it ready and relisted at the moment I sell this one. So it's stuff that I only have one of and one of listed. I'm really in no rush. It might take a year. It might take 2 or 3 years to sell some of this stuff. Especially like the non-holos. I'm just holding them at the price they're at. I haven't had a damage card in a while. There we go. Finally get a card that's like bent 4 ways over. I haven't had a damage card there. And then there it is. So yeah, a lot of the times, some of my listings, they might seem high. I might seem double the price of the lowest listing. Maybe I checked it and then a bunch of other ones came up and they all like undercut me, or people just list their cards way lower. That's perfectly fine. I'm in no rush. I'm very privileged position I am in. I try to maximize most of the dollars I get. The cheap modern stuff that I can instantly go buy more, yeah, I just like put my price way down. Try to be the lowest because I just want to get as many interactions, as many sales as possible, make $5, $10, $15 profit, take that to the bank. This is with the PSA cards also, not to get confused with the raw cards. But, you know, sometimes people just get mad at me because I don't sell them the cards cheap, and, you know, that's just how it is. I mean, I can't match some guy who just like wants to auction his card off and get it sold. As soon as he sells his, I'm the lowest, or I'm like one of the next lowest. It's never a big deal. The cards sell. You'd be surprised how fast cards sell. And you might have the only one listed, and then 5 other people in the next 3 weeks just like list the same card as you, and vice versa. 5 other people have the card listed, and you list yours like $50 more than the highest, and then all those people get cleared out, and then you are suddenly the lowest. It really is just that crazy serious. So let me breeze through the last ones, which 52 minutes. That's a bit extreme. It probably feels like I'm milking it, but giving a bit of knowledge here and there where I can afford to give it. This is it. Oh, Steelix. Nope. Heracross. Nope. Played. That one's got some Edgerude. I'm not going to sell a card with Edgerude as near mint. Though, it is pretty close. No. There we go. We'll make this video 1 hour. We'll go 8 more minutes. And I did a 1 hour video. My first one. My neck hurts, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. At the end of this video, I'm going to show my whiteboard. Maybe. No, I probably won't. I'll probably mess it up with this new stand I got. I love this new overhead stand. This is so nice. Shining Mew. Played, unfortunately. Not much to be... it might be damaged. Yeah, it might be damaged. Lugia. Ooh, played. Played on Lugia is really good. To not get damaged ones of these, it's nice. Bought this new scanner as well for my single cards. Costs $1,500, but it's like a feed scanner. So they're going through the top and it goes... and it just sucks them in. It gives me beautiful photos. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. Do this cool video. It's not really an option for everyone because a $1,500 card scanner, it's definitely not ideal. Even for me, I was like $1,500. What am I doing with my life? $1,500 on a scanner on cards. I mean, I would rather just buy more cards, but some things make life a little bit easier. It makes the pictures a lot better. Makes everything overall a lot better. Yeah, it's played. Gotta be pretty harsh on these cards that are super desirable because you don't want to sell a card like this. These cards are a little bit more expensive. You don't want to sell them and let people down. That one's played. This one is damaged. That one is damaged. This one's just played. 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 We've got 6 minutes left. I still need to show off how many cards we got. Mostly played. Getting through it. Nah, it's played. Hope I didn't just go super quiet and there's like lots of background noise happening. I hope the microphone hasn't died. My god, I would probably die in real life if I go back to rewatch this video and the microphone and the audio is really bad. I actually think I might straight up just end it. I think I would just be over YouTube done. Steve done. Oh, it was damaged. I think I might have under-conditioned some of these. I'm kind of just going crazy here. Played Arini. Let me just breeze through these because I want to show the stacks off. So what I usually do is I usually get the light shine. If I don't see any scratches immediately, I'll have a little bit of an extra check and be like, "Ooh, is that near mint?" Or if I don't see any edge wear, but most of these I can see a bit of everything. Damaged. Very little chance of anything left being near mint. I'm not too worried about that. Getting all the damaged ones out. This one has a love heart on it. It's a Misty's Tentacle with a love heart on the bottom. Oh, kids are so funny. There we go. I know I'm throwing these around. I really shouldn't be, but it's been an hour. Give me a break. All right. That was loud. Sorry if I woke you up. Played. What does it look like? Damaged. What do we get? Like 8 near mint cards in the whole stack. We did get that base set Holo Blade Charizard. That's somewhere. I put that somewhere. Okay. What are we looking at? Move this camera. Kind of, does this move? That does not move that way. That's for sure. Let me see if I can just move this like this normally. So you see here, these are the played ones. These are the damaged. This tiny little stack over here that I'm scraping across the ground is the near mint ones. So that's not too bad. We got the damaged, we got played, got near mint, got a few near mint cards of their binder. They're definitely going to help pad a little bit of the margin because it costs a lot to buy this. And this is what it looks like. That's how much. So roughly like, give or take, this would probably take me around 25 minutes. It takes me around 10-15 minutes to take it all out of the binder as well. But once that happens, roughly 500 cards. List them all, 500 cards, probably a minute per listing. Let's be real. Maybe if you, I can pretty much do most of these in a minute by now. 500 minutes of listing. It doesn't really seem worth it when you add it all up like that. Might be less minutes because I have variation listings and I can put these up a lot more. But overall, looking at around 7 hours, 6 hours total. If you add in like the listing time, the sorting time, the card just condition checking times, all that other stuff. 6 hours in total, paid around $4,000. I'll be looking to make, give or take, however many cards this is, however many played cards this is. Let me go through. Most of these played cards, I'm just going to go, I'll show them here. Most of these played cards, so I've got 10, 15, 20. Let's do some financials right at the end. 25, 30, 35, 40. Not every hour is worth the same. Some hours just like this are worth way less than like doing PSA sales or, you know, getting really lucky buying a rare card. But that doesn't always happen. So what we got, 50 cards. But you usually just get 50, push them together, match them up next to another 50. Yeah, that's 50. That's 100 exactly. 100 exactly. That's around 50. So I got 250 played cards. You know, this stack is pretty much the same size as these, maybe a little bit less. Around like 270 damaged cards. So 250 played cards gives me around like, I'm going to say $12 each. And that would put me at $3,000. 270 damaged cards, I'd probably put that around $5. We'll put $6, I guess, because some of them are nicer than others. I got Venusaurs and stuff in here. So that puts me at around 1,200. How much would that be? Almost 1,800. So we had, oh, my brain is like literally getting destroyed because I'm trying to calculate this so fast. So around $6,000 already. That's what I'm thinking after fees too. Like I'll get $12 of these after fees. So if I sell them for like $15 on eBay with a promotion, I'll roughly get $12 or something. And that counts for like all the Charizards and everything too. It's probably a little bit more. So we're at around $6,000 just for these two stacks selling. And then we got 5, 10, 15, 18 near mint ones that probably go for around $20 each. So it's pretty much turning $4,000 into, let's just say 6,500, and then I'll juice it up a little bit because there is a lot of Charizards in here. I got the Holo Bleed Charizard, I got like the Umbreon that I pulled out. I didn't show those off in this video. We'll round it up to an even like 7,200 once all the juice is there. Roughly, that's 3,200 in profit that I'm probably expecting for this over the next year, 2 years. They don't all sell really fast. They're not all beautiful. Like, it's just how it is. So if you're asking, do I still like buying stuff like this is worth it? I have very long time frames. I don't mind doing stuff like this. I love holding onto the cards. Cards like this Vileplume will still sell eventually. I said it took around 6 hours of work, $3,200 in profit, give or take. Even if it was $2,000 in profit, you're looking around, after all this work is done, $300 per hour roughly worked over time. And then you have to add in the time to like ship them, I guess, when people buy them. But you know, that's kind of added into the 6 hours. If they did all sell, it wouldn't take that long just to pull it out, put it in a sleeve, card saver, envelope, address pack. So I really hope that understands like the whole bulk thing. Your time value, yes, it's not super high. You know, you trade a PSA card, sell for $500. You paid like $100. You just made $400 in that one sale. It really didn't take that long, but that's not really repeatable. You can't do that all the time. It takes a lot, you know, there's more luck involved. This is kind of just like pure, raw, bone-breaking work. 1 hour video. My throat is destroyed. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I actually didn't mind making this. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. If you learned anything from this video, I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go have a shower and go to sleep. It is very late. Yeah. I'm out now. Thanks so much. Have a great day.